Welcome students. So in this period we are going to study about the pollinating agents. In the last period I had told you that for the process of pollination different types of the pollinating agents are required. Mainly there are two types of the pollinating agents. First one is abiotic pollinating agents. So abiotic means non living, ज्याला निर्जीव असं आपण म्हणतो. आणि सेकंड वन बायोटिक पॉलिनेटिंग एजंट्स. सो दीज आर लिव्हिंग, ज्याला सजीव म्हणतो आपण. तर सजीव असणारे ते एजंट्स आहेत. नाव सी हिअर नॉन लिव्हिंग म्हणजेच अबायोटिक पॉलिनेटिंग एजंट्स दे आर ऑफ हिअर there are two types. First one is wind or air and second one is water. So see here, when the pollination takes place by wind, it is called as wind pollination or anemophily. So remember the word anemophily means wind pollination or pollination by wind. In short, when the pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the receptive stigma by the wind, then it is called as anemophily. For example, or the crop plants, ज्याला आपण तृणधान्य म्हणतो, wheat आहे, ज्वार आहे, etc. So they show wind pollination. Now the second abiotic factor is water. See here, pollination by water. It is also called as hydrophily. So hydro means water, phily means pollination. Okay, so pollination which takes place by water. So here water is used as a biotic agent. Okay, so this is the hydrophily. Now see here, actually the hydrophily, it is again of two types. See here, the first one is hypohydrophily, second one is epihydrophily. Now you know the meaning of hypo. Hypo म्हणजे below, खाली असणे. Hypo below, hydro म्हणजे water. So when pollination takes place below the surface of water, it is called as hypohydrophily. So pollination below the surface of water is called as hypohydrophily. Now you know the meaning of EP. EP means above, वर असणे. हायड्रो म्हणजे वॉटर, पाण्याच्या वर. म्हणजेच epihydrophily is the pollination which takes place above the surface of water. It is called as epihydrophily. Okay. Now we will see about the biotic type of pollinating agents or living pollinating agents. The first one is insects. So when the pollination takes place by insects, कीटकांच्या द्वारे, that is called as entomophily. So entomo हा जो शब्द आहे हा insect साठी आहे, phily म्हणजे pollination. So when pollination takes place by the insects, it is also called as insect pollination or entomophily. Okay. Now second type of biotic म्हणजे सजीवांच्या साह्याने, that is pollination by birds, पक्ष्यांच्या साह्याने. It is also known as ornithophily. Ornitho हा शब्द birds साठी आलेला आहे. Ornithophily, that is pollination by birds. Okay. And the third one is bats. Bat म्हणजे वटवाघूळ आहे. So when pollination takes place by bats, it is called as here chiropterophily. Chiropteron म्हणजे बॅट है ना, आणि चिरोप्टेरॉनच्या साह्याने पॉलिनेशन म्हणून त्याला म्हटलेलं आहे चिरोप्टेरोफिली. सी हियर, सो रिमेंबर abiotic factors are wind and water and biotic factors are insects, birds and bats. So here three types are there. Now we will see what are the adaptations. आता बघा, adaptations म्हणजे अनुकूलन. वनस्पती फुलांमध्ये काय काय अनुकूल बदल घडवतात, कशासाठी, पॉलिनेशनसाठी, त्याला म्हटलेलं आहे ॲडॅप्टेशन. सो ॲडॅप्टेशन्स मीन्स युजफुल चेंजेस और फेवरेबल चेंजेस that occurs in the flowers of the plant for the process of pollination. So first of all we will see adaptations in anemophilous flower, म्हणजे wind pollinated flowers कसे असतात. So first one, flowers are small and inconspicuous. Inconspicuous म्हणजे खूप आकर्षक नसतात. Inconspicuous, they are colorless. Flowers are colorless. So small, inconspicuous, colorless flowers. Pollen grains are light in weight because they are transferred by wind current. So that they are light in weight and they are dry. Third point, pollen grains are produced in large quantity or large amount. Why? Because there is wastage of pollen grain. So while they are transferred by wind, most of the pollen grains they are wasted. Now fourth point is the stigma of the flower of wind pollinated flower. Actually the stigma is feathery, म्हणजे पिसांसारखा आहे. टू ट्रॅप द पोलन्स, म्हणजे पोलन ग्रेन्स पकडण्यासाठी तो स्टिग्मा कसा आहे, फिदरी आहे. या ठिकाणी तुम्ही दाखवू शकते. समजा हा स्टिग्मा आहे. ओके, सो अशा प्रकारे पिसासारखा त्या स्टिग्म्याचा आकार आहे. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज फिदर लाईक. सो दिस इज द फिदर लाईक स्टिग्मा. टू ट्रॅप, ट्रॅप म्हणजे पकडणे. नाउ फिफ्थ पॉइंट इज स्टॅमन्स आर लॉन्ग filaments. Stamens have long filaments. Suppose this is the stamens. So such type of long filament is there and here stamen is there. Now here actually the filament is attached at a small point to the here anther. So here also called as anthers are versatile. है ना? So versatile anthers you can write here. Versatile anthers are also present in the wind pollinated flowers. And last point is flowers are without, this is the symbol, without म्हणजे च्याशिवाय, without nectar and fragrance. So nectar glands are absent. So there are no nectar glands. and fragrance म्हणजे सुगंध. फुलांना कोणत्याही प्रकारचा सुगंध नसतो. So what is nectar? Nectar it is actually a we can say sugary substance. थोडं फ्लुइड आहे, लिक्विड असतं, which is produced in the nectar glands. So which is used as a drink by the insects or birds etc. Such type of nectar glands they are totally absent in the wind pollinated flower. Now we will see what are the adaptations in hydrophilous flower, that is water pollinated flower. The first point is same. Flowers are small, छोटे आहेत, inconspicuous, आकर्षक नसतात. They are colorless. They are not beautiful. They do not have any color. Second point, the floral parts, for example perianth. We have studied perianth in the 11th class. When calyx and corolla they are not differentiated, that whorl is called as perianth. And here all these floral parts they are unweightable. Unweightable म्हणजे light in weight, वजनाने खूप हलके असतात. Okay. Now next point is here pollen grains are long and they are also unweightable, means light in weight, same like that of the water pollinated flower. The last point is flowers are without nectar. Here also no nectar. This is also the same point in wind pollinated flower and here water pollinated flower. No nectar glands are there. So flowers are without nectar and without fragrance. तिथे सुगंध नाही आणि नेक्टर, याला मराठीत मधुरस म्हणतो आपण, तो एक फुलं तयार करत नाहीत. ओके. नाउ थर्ड इज हायपोहायड्रोफिली. ठीक आहे. सो I have told you that when the pollination takes place below the water surface, so it is called as hypohydrophily. See here, suppose this is the water surface, then what happens? The pollen grains which are produced by the plant, actually the pollen grains are heavier than water. Okay, pollen grains are heavier than water, that's why they sink down. See here, pollen grains they are not at the surface of water. Pollen grains sink down, ते खाली येतात here, and here female flowers are there. The female flowers caught that pollen grains. So these pollen grains they are caught by the female flower and example is zoostera. Seaweed ज्याला आपण समुद्रातील गवत असं म्हणू शकतो. तर असे हे जड असणारे परागकण खाली जातात आणि इथं पॉलिनेशन होतं कशाच्या खाली, वॉटर सरफेसच्या खाली, म्हणून याला म्हटलेलं आहे हायपो. हायपो म्हणजे बिलो, बिलो द वॉटर. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन इज epihydrophily. So ep means above, hydro means water. So when the pollination takes place above the water surface, such type of pollination is called as epihydrophily. Ep means above. So see here, pollen grains, they are light in weight. They are light in weight, so that see here, suppose this is the water surface, then the pollen grains, they float on the water surface. So these are the floating pollen grains shown in the diagram. Okay, now here this is the water and example is given, Vallisneria. So here when the female flowers, they reach the water surface, and here the pollination takes place. So here suppose this is the stigma of the female flower, and here these are the pollen grains. So here pollination takes place above the water surface, so it is called as epihydrophily. Okay, and mainly it occurs in the aquatic monocots. Now the last one, that is biotic agent, सजीव घटकांच्या साह्याने. So what are the adaptations in the flowers? We will see here in the comparison. First we will see insect pollinated flowers कसे आहेत. So entomophily, that is insect pollination. The first point is that here flowers are showy, खूप सुंदर आहेत, beautiful, flowers are beautiful, flowers are large and they are brightly colored, colorful flowers are there. So they are conspicuous, चित्तवेधक असतात. And same point is here for bird pollination, means same, flowers are showy, flowers are large, flowers are brightly colored, they are beautiful. किंवा chiropterophily, here the flowers are dull colored, they are not beautiful colored, they are dull colored. Second point, flowers produce sweet odor, odor म्हणजे स्मेल, थोडासा गोड वास त्या फुलांना असतो, and they have nectar glands. तर नेक्टर गोड पदार्थ तयार करणाऱ्या ग्रंथी असतात. कशासाठी? टू अट्रॅक्ट द इन्सेक्ट्स, कीटकांना आकर्षित करण्यासाठी. हिअर द फ्लावर्स आर विदाउट फ्रॅग्रन्स. आता हा महत्त्वाचा फरक लक्षात घ्या. इथं फ्रॅग्रन्स पण आहे आणि नेक्टर ग्लँड्स पण आहे, पण इथं फ्रॅग्रन्स नाही आहे. कशासाठी? लक्षात घ्या, बिकॉज द बर्ड्स दे हॅव पुअर सेन्स ऑफ स्मेल. पक्ष्यांना सुगंध दुर्गंध असं काही कळत नाही. सो देर इज absence of fragrance in the bird pollinated flowers, but here fragrance is there, but here nectar glands are there, because this nectar, it is like a drink to the birds. So birds drink that nectar. So nectar glands are present. Now next one is inbred pollination or chiropterophily. Here the flowers, they have strong fragrance, खूप डार्क असा सुगंध त्यांना असतो आणि नेक्टर ग्लँड्स पण असतात. सो ते नेक्टर पिण्यासाठीच ते बॅट काय करतात, त्या फुलांकडे येतात. सो इन चिरोप्टेरोफिली द फ्लावर्स, दे हॅव नेक्टर ग्लँड्स अँड स्ट्रॉंग फ्रॅग्रन्स इज देअर अँड इन लार्ज अमाऊंट ऑफ nectar is produced. Now last point is there, in insect pollination, pollen grains are sticky and spiny. ते चिकट आहे, कीटकांच्या पायाला अंगाला चिटकण्यासाठी, आणि स्पायनी पण आहेत. त्या स्पायनीमुळे तो अटॅच होतो इन्सेक्टच्या पायाला किंवा शरीराला. सेम पॉईंट्स आर हिअर इन बर्ड पॉलिनेशन ऑल्सो. ओके, सो ऑल दिस इज अबाउट द